If you're DJing each and every weekend, but your bank account looks like you're still waiting for the deposit to clear, then I'm making this video for you. Truth is, there's a lot of DJs that work, and there's a lot of DJs that have a ton of talent. There's DJs that know how to play, that understand how to conduct themselves at events, but their bank accounts don't reflect how busy they are. They're missing something, and chances are you might be in this situation. So if you're a talented DJ that's working often and struggling with the business side of your business, then I'm recording this video for you. I'm going to walk through the 5 biggest mistakes I see so many talented DJs making that actually hold them back from growing, from thriving, from crushing it in the world of events and entertainment, and of course, from a financial perspective as well. All of this is not because you suck at DJing. It's just because you are not taking care of the business part of your entertainment world, and it's an important part of your world. So I'm going to go through 5 ideas, 5 thoughts, 5 areas that I see so many DJs missing the mark on that hold them back, hold them from growing, hold them from thriving, hold them from getting to the next level. It holds them back from getting events they're totally capable of doing, and it holds them back from being successful as an entrepreneur, as a business person in the world of events. Jumping right into it, mistake number 1 is undercharging, undervaluing the things that you bring to the table for the people that are hiring you for events. Now, most DJs watching this and a lot of DJs watching this are not charging what they are truly worth. There's a lot of DJs that just go out and do events for a couple $100 and, rinse and repeat on to the next one. And there's a time and a place for that. Everyone's been there, including myself. But if you're looking to attract high value, high net worth clients, if you want to be part of luxury events, if you want to be part of larger events, production-rich events that are willing and able to pay a high dollar amount for the entertainment experiences that you can provide, you're missing the mark because you're stuck. You're stuck in this area that isn't going to get you to the next level. Sure, you can refine the craft, but you're not positioning yourself properly. So how do you fix it? Simple. You price with intention. You price yourself not for just the services, but for the experience. Don't think of yourself as a commodity, because that's what the bar owners, that's what the average client is going to do. They need a DJ, they're going to book a DJ, and they don't care too much about the talent or the thought process that goes into how you operate yourself and the events that you're part of. So start focusing on the experience. Focus on what makes you uniquely you, and start focusing on the outcome. Sell the experience, not the commodity, and differentiate yourself. And most of all, most importantly, price with intention. Price yourself appropriately. So think about what your time is worth. Think about what it costs for you to operate. Think about all of the things that you're responsible for your company, and think of the number of events that you're able to do every year. Make sure you're accounting for every expense, whether it be marketing, whether it be operational, whether it be logistics, whether it be gas, tolls, marketing, whether it be office staff, whether it be payroll. Think about all of it and have a small portion of that event allocated to offset that nut for the end of the year. If you start thinking like a business and start operating like a business, and you take care of the business and you take care of yourself as talent and the experiences that you're able to provide, I promise the weekend grind going nowhere is going to actually materialize something for the future. And that's the point of this. Don't undervalue yourself and the things that you're capable of, and make sure that you're taking care of yourself from a financial perspective and your business from a financial perspective every single event that you do. Number 2 is about brand positioning and alignment. Big words, but this is a big deal. If I asked you as a working DJ, who is your ideal client, would you be able to tell me that in 10 or 20 seconds or less? Probably not, because you haven't thought of it. And it's okay, but here's the exercise. Think of who is hiring you. Think of the types of events that you want to do. Think of the types of people you want to work for consistently, and make sure that your brand is in alignment with what those people are searching for, what they're into, and make sure that your company, your service, the things that you bring to the table are producing content that fits your brand, your message, your story in line with the people you're trying to reach. Your brand as a whole has to be intentional, and that means your name, that means your logo, that means your website, that means the social media that you produce and release on the regular. That means what people see in your social media that you release on the regular. It's everything. It's the story. It's the how you do what you do. Everything needs to make sense. And if your brand is out of whack, this could cost you a ton of money. The sooner you get all this stuff together, the sooner you're going to be on the right track. Your brand needs to fit the part, and it needs to align with the types of events that you're targeting, that you want to do. It has to fit the vibe of the people that are consuming the content that you want to work for. It has to speak to them. And if it's not speaking to them, you've got some work to do. Your brand, your logo, your website, your social media, all has to speak to the people that you want to work for the types of events you want to do. And if it doesn't, if your brand, your logo, the stuff looks like a child did it, or that maybe you hired someone off Fiverr or Craigslist to put it together, chances are you got to do some work, you got to refine it, and you need to rework how you are releasing the content you're releasing, and just rework the way you're doing things. Your brand is such an important part. And if you want to command top dollar for your services, your brand needs to speak to the people you want to work for and the events that you want to do. Mistake number 3 is inconsistent marketing, or I would say like reactive marketing. This is like what happens, and keeping it 100 with each and every one of you, I think most DJs go into this like reaction mode when things get slow. But if you want to stay on top and you want to stay in front, you have to always be thinking about marketing strategy, and you have to be thinking about tomorrow. I think it is so important that you stay consistent on delivering bits and pieces of social media content on your feed with whatever platform you're into. I think it is super important to stay on top of things. And I know we're all busy. Everyone is busy, myself included. And sometimes I slip. But when things get slow, then you start bombarding the world that's connected to you with all of these social media things. And what's the outcome? Yeah, maybe you get some calls, but those calls are not for events that are happening when you're slow. Those calls start happening for when you're going to be busy again. So the point here is less of the reactionary marketing or inconsistent marketing flow that many of us sit within, and try to stay on top of it by consistently scheduling out and releasing content that is speaking to the people that are hiring you for the events that you want to do. Less reaction and more proactive. Proactive marketing, consistent marketing is how you're going to win in the world of when everyone else in the down periods of the year are flooding the timelines of everyone that you're connected to for almost the same thing. So like in the Northeast, a lot of DJs get slow in the month of January. So if you pay attention to social media, a lot of people are releasing things in the month of January to attract clients. But those clients are not booking weddings or corporate events in the month of January. They're booking weddings and stuff for June or the following June or the following January. The point is, don't release content when you're only slow. Stay consistent. Come up with a calendar and stay on top of it. If you want to stay in front and you want to stay ahead, come up with a game plan that works within your world. That's easy, manageable, and it's something that you can stay on every week, 52 weeks a year, and be religious about. Stay consistent, less reactionary, and it'll improve your bookings and the world around you. Mistake number 4, I think a lot of DJs do, especially when they're getting into the world of private events, and it's not having a set strategy on how to upsell enhancements or add-ons for their events. See, we at SCE embrace an a la carte boutique-like experience with our events. Our couples have the ability of adjusting their service contract at any time, but we have a plan in place on how we interact with our couples over the course of their planning phase so that we can check in with them to have a discussion about add-ons. See, a long time ago, I learned something about the psychology of all of this stuff, and I put it into play and I put it into practice here at SC, and it's worked its way in, I don't even know how to say this. It's been an absolute incredible way to handle business. We don't push people to book everything at once, but over time, we connect with them on social media. We serve them content based on being connected to them that triggers conversations about experiences, about services, about add-ons. And that aligns with our enhancement upsell strategy. So think about it. If you're a DJ watching this and maybe you're coming up with a package that you're having to discount in order to book someone to present value that might be attractive to someone in the future anyway, you're selling yourself short. I think if you come up with a strategy and a rock solid foundation on how you're going to interact and how you're going to work with that person that's hired you through the planning phase, I think that you can improve the way that you're doing things. So the services that you're discounting just to get the lead are most likely going to book anyway. But what did you do? You discounted the uplighting so that you can get the sale, and you're selling yourself short. How does this work? Well, I think there's a lot of ways that you can do it, but I think at the core of this is coming up with a strategy on how you can enhance your contracts, how you can bolster your contracts with upsells over the course of the planning phase so that you could turn your base DJ rate into a plus $500, plus $1,000, plus $5,000 experience for someone aligned with your brand and taking into consideration the things I've already mentioned. Come up with a strategy on how you're going to interact and how you're going to work with your couples over the course of planning their very special event that they've hired you for, and learn how to work with people so that you can enhance the experience with a rock solid strategy on enhancements and upsells. Learn how to offer the things that you do in the places that you're working to evolve the experience to something bigger than maybe even what they hired in the first place. Come up with a story, come up with an offering, come up with a way of doing things, and come up with a structure around this. And it will help you bring up your bottom line for each and every contract that adds on services after they've already aligned with your base DJ service rate. Let's talk about after the fact. Let's talk about a big miss that I see so many people dropping the ball on, and it has to do with no follow-up, no nurturing, no conversation. After the event ended, the music was off, rode home, rode into the sunset, best day ever, got the review on the Knot, got the review on WeddingWire, got the review on Google, but nothing ever after that. So what do? Well, I think like you did the wedding. I think the couple was happy. I think the event was a smash. Everyone had a good time. So what's next? Yeah, you can ask them for a review, and chances are they're going to review you if you ask. But what else can you do? Well, stay in contact with your couples. Come up with a process, come up with a strategy, come up with a way of doing things that allows you to stay connected to the people that have hired you for these really, really special events. Whether it's a random reach out or a random like on a post or a 1-year anniversary, whether it be email, whether it be card that you mail out to them, whether it be post on your Instagram with a tag, do something to stay in contact with the people that are hiring you. Come up with a post-event flow that makes sense for your world and the way that you operate. And yeah, it can be difficult to manage all of this stuff, but there are plenty of CRMs that can aid you and assist you in this process. There are tons of AI tools that are there and capable and able to help you. And I just think if you've been part of someone's really, really special day and you're connected to them on social media, do your part to stay connected to them. Don't unfollow them. Don't unfriend them after the event. You see a post, congratulate them on something. Say, those are my people. Heart something. Throw a little disco ball emoji in one of their posts. Staying top of mind, staying aware of what people are up to, I think, is an awesome thing. And I can tell you, over my time being a DJ, I stay connected to a lot of my couples after the events end. And I love to see how families evolve and things take shape, and people go on to start new experiences or life journeys with new, places of employment or new opportunities or things. And just being connected to them is awesome. So follow your people, like their stories, comment on posts that are relevant for whatever it is, and do your part to stay on top of things. Use tools that we all have access to, whether it be the CRM, DJ Event Planner, DJ Intelligence, Vibo, any of those tools, simple you can use as well. Come up with a post-event, reach out strategy. Think of the things that you can do to stay in touch, to stay top of mind, and just to continue with that relationship. Just because the music ends doesn't mean that you're no longer someone that can interact with them. If you've built a bridge and you've built a relationship with people, you've already been part of a really, really special event and a big part of someone's special event. So use that to your advantage and build outwards. I can tell you, I just did an event and I saw some people that I had done their wedding a couple of years ago. It was a family member, the groom's sister. I did her wedding and they were there, and it was like I was in the middle of introductions and I saw them at the table and I was like, oh my God, my people are right here in the middle of introductions. And then it was like really good to kind of catch up with them over the course of the wedding at different down times of the wedding. And it was awesome. They just recently had a baby. It was like I went up to them and I was like, how is family life doing? You guys look great. Is this like your first night out? And they were mesmerized that I knew what was going on in their world. And it was like an authentic conversation that I think was awesome. That's kind of what I'm saying here. Now, it's hard to stay on top of everyone, especially if you're super working and busy and all over the place, but do what you can do and keep this top of mind. And instead of endlessly scrolling other DJ feeds, think of scrolling your couples, your clients, the people that you've worked for, and just stay connected to them in whatever authentic and real way you can. And I promise it'll help you and your business in ways that you could never imagine until you start doing this in the future. So I wanted to put this in at the end of the video. I'm going to call it like the bonus audit or like call to action for you. So here's some things. Are you priced right in your area? Are you selling yourself short? What are you pricing your services at? Are they equal to what everyone else is doing? Is there room for growth? These are questions that you can ask yourself. And chances are there is a ton of upward opportunity for you and for your business. Number 2, are you talking to the right people with your social media? Does your brand attract the right couples, the right clients, the right events to your world in terms of inquiries? And if the answer is no, what can you do to start changing the narrative so that you are talking to the people that you really, really want to work for? Hey, if you want to do destination events, maybe you need to talk to planners. Hey, if you want to talk to people that shop at this one store, maybe you have to start posting pictures wearing the shirt of that store. This is an example. I'm just giving you things to think through. If it's the dining experience in your city, maybe you need to go there and you need to generate relationships with the people that work there. Maybe they need a DJ on Thursday nights when people have date night that you can be involved in. This will put you in front of the people that are dining at the restaurant that you want to be connected to, which is going to open up opportunities for you in the future. There's always a way to reverse engineer the algorithm in your advantage. Do you have systems in place leading up to the wedding for upselling, your enhancements, the other things that you can do beyond just your DJ service? Do you have systems, and how can you evolve or improve that? And while I'm talking about systems, what is your follow-up, your post-event process? Do you have one in place? Maybe this is your call to action to start thinking out how you can reach out to people. I know that we at SCE, we do 1 year anniversary. I do 143 days being married. Back in the day, you used to type 143 on a beeper, if you even know what a beeper is, and that meant I love you. That was like cell phone talk before you could like type out things. That's like how you talk to people. And I actually referenced that in my 143rd day message to the couple. This is your 143rd day being married. Back in the day, 143 meant I love you. So I wanted you to send out this message to say, I hope married life is going great. If you need anything at all, we're here to help with whatever you need. The conversation is ongoing and it continues after the fact. We do 2 years, we do 3 years. I even do a 999-day anniversary email that goes out to people. We text message people, and I stay connected to the people that I work for on social media so that I can be aware of their life as it unfolds, and I comment wherever I can. It's so funny. Coming into work today, did a couple's wedding 2.5 years ago. They just recently had a baby 6 months ago, and they shared a clip from their wedding with the CO2 guns and me in the background, and they tagged me in it. Now, that's because over the past 2.5 years, we've talked a bunch, not a ton of times, but a handful of times, and I've stayed connected to them. And I feel like that's what I'm talking about. Now, anyone that's connected to that couple that saw that post go out is going to know that I was the one that did that wedding that sees it, right? And that's the point. Stay connected to the people and come up with a process post-event. If you don't have that under wraps and working right now, that's the point of all of this. Get it together. So there's some questions. There's some call to action for you to figure out, and I hope that this helped you. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have concerns, if you're down with everything in this video or not, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Do me a favor, drop some gems, drop some conversation. Tell me you enjoyed the video, anything at all. Thumbs up or in the conversation in the comments down below. I would be greatly appreciative of that. Be on the lookout for more content coming here to this channel in the days, weeks, and months ahead. I hope you enjoyed this video. We've got a lot on deck, so stay tuned, and we'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching.